guys, Gradysmom here to do a Q&A video. I have some questions that I've been receiving on my email and some on social media, so I figured it was time to sit down and do a quick video. I don't know how quick it's going to be, to answer questions. Most of these questions I've gotten more than once, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because you never know how long it's going to be. So a question that I've gotten a couple times is, what religion are you? I am not really a religious person. I was raised in an Italian Catholic family. So growing up, I was raised in the Catholic faith. We went to church pretty much just Easter, Christmas, and holidays, you know, when somebody was getting baptized or making a communion, but we didn't really go to like an every week Sunday Mass. I did go to Sunday school. I did make my communion when I was 7, I think, and then I made my confirmation, I think, when I was like 16 or 17, I can't remember. So yeah, I was raised Catholic. I don't really practice religion as far as going to church. I do believe in God. I read the Bible. I pray. So I guess I just sort of have my own version of my religion and beliefs now as an adult. But as far as going to church or, you know, things like that, I don't do that. So I guess hopefully that answers that question. The next question I've gotten a few times always makes me laugh. And it is, if you won the lottery and money was no object for the rest of your life, what would you do with your winnings? So everybody always likes to think about what they would do if they won the lottery and money was no object. I think for me, I would just pay this house off that we live in now, pay off any, you know, loans that we have, like our car loans. I would just kind of pay everything off and have a clean slate as far as being completely debt-free and not having a mortgage or car payments. And then with the money left over, I would buy a house in New York near my parents that I definitely wouldn't live in year-round, but I would at least want to have a house close by them so that I could go visit and have a place to stay near them. Because upstate New York where my parents live is absolutely gorgeous in the mountains. So I would definitely do that. And then I think I would buy everyone in my family, my siblings, all my friends, whatever they needed or wanted. I would buy, you know, my siblings a house or a new car, whatever they needed. I would pay off all their debt. I would pay off any debt that my parents have. Just pretty much take care of my family, my friends. If my friends, you know, needed a house or a car or just anything pretty much related to family and friends, I would pay off, you know, anything outstanding they had and make sure they were all set as far as having a nice house and, you know, a nice car and all of that. And then whatever was left out of that, who knows if there would be anything left, because I have a pretty big family and a lot of friends. I would just put the rest, you know, invest the rest for, you know, my son's future. So my son, you know, had a college fund and was able to have a wedding fund and just pretty much take care and make sure that my son was taken care of for the rest of his life. So that is what I would do if I won the lottery. Another question I've gotten a lot is, where do you see yourself in 5 years on both a YouTube level and a personal level? So on YouTube, I don't know. Hopefully I'll still be doing YouTube videos by then, but you know, you never know what the future holds. And I'm such a big believer in, you know, anything can happen any day. Your life can change in a heartbeat. You can think that you have it all planned out and then you realize that nothing ever, you know, usually things don't work out the way that we plan them. So hopefully in 5 years, I'll still be doing YouTube. I'm sure my channel will continue to evolve as it has in the past almost 3 years that I've started on YouTube. So that's where I see myself in 5 years, hopefully still doing YouTube videos, just, you know, different content and, you know, hopefully by that time, you know, I'll be, you know, better at editing and have, you know, a better camera and just, you know, the normal kind of YouTube stuff that I think every YouTuber wants. And on a personal level, in 5 years, I will be almost 40, which is crazy to say out loud because 10 years ago, 40 sounded old to me, and now 40 seems very young to me. I guess that's just part of growing up and getting older. But I see things a lot differently now than I did 10 years ago when I was in my 20s. I feel like my life really started when I turned 30. That's just me personally. I feel like I really kind of got to know myself and know what kind of person I want to be and what kind of people I want in my life and what kind of people I don't. I really feel like I came into my own in my 30s. So in 5 years, when I'm almost 40, I don't know, hopefully just happy, healthy, probably living here where I'm living now. But again, it all goes back to you never know what's going to happen in life and where life is going to take you. So I'm hoping and assuming in 5 years I'll be living here, hopefully happy, healthy, and that's really all I can ask for. Is just, I feel like being happy and healthy are the two most important things in life above anything else, because I feel like if you don't have happiness and you don't have good health, it's sort of hard to have one without the other. If you don't have good health, it's hard to be happy, and vice versa. So I don't know, maybe that's a boring answer, but hopefully I'll just be happy and healthy in 5 years, because nothing's ever really promised, including tomorrow. Next question. What are some interests of yours that people might not know just by looking at you on the exterior? This was an easy one because my whole life I've always been like the walking poster child for don't judge a book by its cover, because in a lot of ways I'm very much like a guy, although I don't feel like I look like a guy on the outside, or I'm not really too tomboyish, but I have a lot of interests, I guess, that guys have. I love sports. I've always loved sports. I've been, I follow a lot of sports. I know what's going on in the sports world. It's just sort of a natural thing for me. I just keep up with it. I love cars. I'm interested in cars. I always have been. Not like how to fix them, but just in general, cars are an interest of mine. What else am I interested in that you guys wouldn't know by looking at me on the exterior? I don't know. I guess something I think people just wouldn't really know maybe by just meeting me or seeing me is, I've found that I'm sort of the opposite of what most people expect me to be. Again, going back to having sort of a guy mentality, I like a lot of movies that girls don't normally like, I guess. I don't even know if that's the right wording, but I'm not really a big chick flick person. I'm not really a big like pop music person. I don't know if that necessarily makes me a guy mentality, but I've just always sort of marched to the beat of my own drum. I've never really been the norm as far as things that I'm interested in, if that makes any sense. Who knows? So hopefully there you have it there. This question, it says, someone asked me, I think more than one person asked me this. It said, if you could have a hall pass / one night stand with a celebrity with no consequences, or if you just weren't married or anything, pretty much, I guess the question is, if you were single and you could have a hall pass or have a one night stand or something with a famous person, who would it be? I don't know. I have a lot of sort of celebrity crushes, but I think I'd have to say Drake. I don't know, random. It's funny because I don't think Drake is necessarily like, oh my God, he's the most gorgeous man alive. I definitely think there's way more gorgeous guys than Drake. I just like Drake. I just like his personality. I like what he's about. I just like Drake. Drake's who popped into my head first. So I'm going to say Drake. I'm going to go with Drake on the hall pass. Another question I've gotten a lot is, where did you grow up? So I was adopted when I was a baby, like a baby, 6 months old-ish. And when I was a baby and a toddler, my parents moved a lot because of my dad's job. My father is a lifetime electrician. So when I was a baby / toddler, I lived in Utah, I lived in Colorado, and then a majority of my life, though, I lived in upstate New York. So I think when I was 4, like around my son's age now, my parents moved to upstate New York, and then had their house built, also in upstate New York. And then I pretty much lived in upstate New York from the age of 4 until I was 18, and then I moved out of my parents' house. So a majority of my life was spent in upstate New York, in the Adirondack region of New York, which is not New York City. Most people who aren't from New York or haven't been to New York think if you're from New York, you're from New York City, and that's a huge misconception. I did not grow up in New York City. I grew up north of there in upstate New York, so that's where I grew up. Couple more questions. What are your favorite YouTube channels? So I have a lot of them, but the ones that pop into my head that are my favorite channels, I love OCD Much, which is Amy, and her channel is OCD Much. I love Nakaya with House of Mice. House of Mies. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I love Alex Garza, which her channel I believe is Alexandria Garza. I love her. I love Kara, who has 2 channels. She has Kara Emily and Kara's Life, although Kara's Life is a vlogging channel, but I believe she stopped vlogging, so now she just has her beauty lifestyle channel, which is Kara Emily. And I love Jaclyn Hill for makeup, and I think Jaclyn Hill's hilarious and super fun, and I would love to hang out with that girl. She's so much fun. And the last question I'm going to answer is, someone asked me, what is your #1 YouTube goal? For a long time, my YouTube goal has been to have 1 million views on my channel, and I'm actually really close. I know I'm over 900,000 views, and I know most YouTubers say that their goal is to have X amount of subscribers. Don't get me wrong, I love new subscribers and, you know, watching my subscriber count go up. That's always great. But my #1 goal is to hit 1 million views on my videos, meaning the number of times my videos have been viewed. Because, I don't know, I just think that's a really cool, to me personally, doesn't have to be your goal, but for me, it would be 1 million goals. And again, I'm getting really close. No idea when that day will actually come, but based on sort of tracking what I've seen, I'm thinking it will be soon, maybe in the next couple months. So I'm really excited for that, to see it say 1 million views. I don't know why. I know that's kind of dorky because there's lots of YouTubers that have millions of views, but for me, that's just a personal goal for right now. I'm sure once I hit that goal, it might be a new goal or a different goal, but that is what my goal is right now, and luckily I'm getting pretty close to that number. So I hope this wasn't too long. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love doing these Q&As because I feel like I'm not only answering questions that I get, but I feel like it's also a chance for you guys to get to know me more on sort of a personal level and sort of see why I am who I am today and how I got to be here. Because I personally love seeing and learning about other YouTubers, you know, more than just the videos that they're doing. I like to see and hear, you know, from them how they got to be who they are today and what kind of things they went through in their life and all of that. So again, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!